Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how I got through my slump. Now you might be wondering, what was my slump? Now, here are the last 8 league match games that I had. As you can see, we started off the season pretty solid, 103 ADR up to 112, down to 90, which is still entirely respectable. And then game 4, 5, and 6, I got 58, 54, and 32. Now 7 and 8, luckily I got through my slump, and I'm back up to 88 and 90. Now this has all happened over the last month, 28 days to be exact. So as you can see, this is a pretty solid example of what a slump looks like. Now how did I get through this? So for the first 4 games, what I would do, I would just load up into Counter-Strike about an hour and a half before the match. If I hadn't played that day, or maybe I played earlier, it doesn't matter, still an hour and a half before, gonna go into either a deathmatch server or a retake server, blast some music, do that for about a half hour. Then scrim with my team for 45 minutes, maybe do another little 15 minutes of, not executes, but deathmatch server, and then go into the league match. First 3 games that worked fine. 4th game had the 55 ADR. Wasn't the best, but then again, we lost the game. So, maybe it was just an off game for all of us. Maybe we just weren't there. So, for the 5th game, did the same thing. Went into a deathmatch server. You're getting my point. And I, once again, got 50-something ADR. But this time, we won the match. I was the worst player on my team by far. So, I was surprised that we won that match with how poorly I was doing. I was dragging people down a lot. And so I was like, what am I doing wrong? I need to change something up. Now I'm playing about an hour to 3 hours a day. Really depends. I'm a full-time student. I have a needy girlfriend. Love you. But so I don't get too much of a 1 to 3 hours a day. It's not too much. And so my first reaction when I have a slump is to take a step back from the game. And normally I would be able to do that. 1 to 3 hours, that's not a lot. I could cut that out easily and just remake it up. Take 2 days, 3 days off, something. Except we're in the middle of a season right now. A league season. I can't just stop playing. I need to be at the best shape. I need to figure this out quickly. So I decide to, for the first time in a long time, load up my boy aimbots. Now, if you've watched my how do I warm up video, or how to warm up, I forget what I titled it, I usually just deathmatch and retake, and that's worked fine. But obviously, somewhere along the lines, that stopped working. So I loaded up aimbots, and I used to not like aimbots, because all I would do, this is what I do. I'd turn all these guys off, maybe. I'd do that. Sometimes I would leave it open. I would get the A1S out, make sure everybody's there, hit that, make sure that their head armor's off, restart that. But I would just do this. And I was I would try to beat my times and all that. And I would always maybe improve half a second, but then the next day would go back down, and then I would get back to where I was. There wasn't any quality improvement. And so that's why I just didn't like aimbots. I thought it was kind of useless. Until got in here the other day. And let me reset all the bots real quick. Try to get the spawn a little further away. But so what I would do is, aimbots is really good at working on your flicks. Now you would think, I'm talking about op flicks, you line up there, you go over, you try to hit the guy. So, but yeah, op flicks, you would line up, try to get the guy, flick over, blah, blah, blah. But it also really helps with your AK flicks. And you're like, AK flicks, you mean one tap? No. I'm talking about flicking over and spraying. That's what I thought that my biggest problem was in-game was, I might have okay crosshair placement watching an angle, but somebody peeks out from an angle I wasn't expecting. Let's have this guy as our example. I'm holding right here. He peeks out right there. I overshoot or I undershoot and I just miss. So I just went through and I would practice flicking over, not just one tapping, going for the full-on spray down. Doesn't matter the distance, just go and try to practice that. And I found that the most useful was just trying to adjust on the fly. And, sometimes I can't do it, but doing it a lot better than I was before. I'm just trying to get that first like 3-bullet kill kind of thing going on. If I don't hit him in the head, at least have that spray control. And so that helped a ton. And I felt very good. I went into a retake server, did very, very well. Because the past couple days I hadn't been doing well in retake servers. Deathmatch felt nice. Got into the game, dropped 30 ADR. Now, what the hell happened? So, my flicks were on point. Like, I was able to flick over, but there was still something missing. Like, I just felt like I was getting run over. We did get stomped that game, so that was a part of it, but I was still the worst player on my team. So, after I did aimbots, and after I still did poorly, I decided that, you know what, even though we're in the middle of the season, I do need to take some sort of break. Because once you're doing the same thing over and over again, every single day, you're going to lose sight of different perspectives. You're going to get very narrowed in how you play the game. Like, if you played Mirage 10 times in a row, all right, and you play Cat B every single one of those games, okay, by the 10th game, you're not thinking about different things that you can do. You're just thinking about, well, this is what normally happens, so I'll throw the same thing, throw the blah, blah, blah. Like, you're playing against different people every time. So you're starting to lose perspective, rather than if you play a bunch of different maps and then go into Mirage for the first time and play Cat, you're going to have a little bit more of a perspective. So I did take a break, as you saw, and I played Minecraft for like an hour and a half instead of playing Counter-Strike. That was fun. Then the next day, I was like, should I play Counter-Strike? I don't know. I need something not competitive. Because normally I would just go to Rocket League, but that's still very competitive. And it's at the point where I need to like warm up for Rocket League. Like, that's no fun. That's not a break from Counter-Strike if I still have to warm up for it. So Minecraft got the creative juices flowing. I only played it for a short bit, but the next day I went in, I was like, do I want to play Counter-Strike? What do I want to do? I booted up Minecraft. I was like, I don't even want to do this. So I just completely removed myself from my computer, went outside. It was crazy. There's a sun out there. I didn't know that. But no, it was nice. What the hell's going on up here? I don't know. But it was nice. Took a little break and then came back and I went into YPRAC. So this time, I didn't go community. I not only did the aimbots, but our match was on Overpass. And yeah, I know Overpass. I have over 3,000 hours in the game. Not the flex, but no, I understand Overpass. Mentally, I know where all the angles are. I know where all the spots are that counter-terrorists can play. I know how to entry out. I have that on lock. But I haven't played Overpass in a little bit. Now with Mirage and something like that, I'm fresh with Mirage, but it's always good to practice. But Overpass, I haven't played Overpass in a while. So with this YPRAC map, you can do a ton. Like, you can learn flashes, you can learn smokes, all that. But I went to pre-fire practice. I went here. I 100% spawns, which is a little difficult. We'll do short A, and then you can start it up. And so this is going to spawn a counter-terrorist at every single angle where counter-terrorists usually hold. So it is difficult because there's 100% spawns. I didn't actually make it all the way through this, but I did this right before a match. Right before my Overpass match, which was Game 7. So sometimes, they are bots, so they do have walls, so they might free-fire you. But it's all about, like, learning the angles. So, like, here, this guy's, he's a gimme kill. But, like, here, you have to figure out where the angle is. Like, right now, my crosshair is headshot level. You're coming out. It has to be right there at that angle, adjusted. Now, there's a guy, like, right over here. He's lower than normal headshot because the ground dips over there. And you just have to make those quick little tiny adjustments. Now, there's a guy left side connector. Not in connector, but outside of connector. And he's a pretty tough kill. Just because it's a tight angle. Now, there's a guy top connector, and I'm pre-firing. I'm headshot level right now. He got the good shot on me, but I was headshot level. Right there, first bullet headshot. I'm right there, right there, right there. Now, it is 100% spawns, so like you have to be careful when you're coming out here. There's a guy in there that you have to kill. Then there's going to be another guy. Oh, I forgot about the one on the right. But you get the point. You know what I'm saying? I did that before a match, went in, dropped 90 ADR. So I fixed my ability to flick over, like I showed you in the aimbots. But with that, with the pre-fire, I fixed my crosshair placement, so I didn't have to rely on flicking over as much, but when I did need to flick over, I was able to do that consistently. So yeah, overall, that's how I got through my slump. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. My first suggestion, like first and foremost, is to take a break. Unfortunately, in my circumstance, I wasn't able to take too much of a break, but I mean, it worked out, looks like, at least, unless I shit the bed next game. But first suggestion, take a break. Second suggestion, if that doesn't work or you can't, reevaluate when you die, what happened? Were you out of position? Did you miss your shot? Did the guy hit a better shot than you? If the guy hit a better shot than you, that means you missed your shot. Little heads up on that one. That means you need to improve the aim. But yeah, that's how I got out of my slump. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time.